What if we could give life a future?
Te dije.
What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life. We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start. We don't have to build the entire system. The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the feral robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo.
Que ella había sido creada por ella, por Elizabeth, con su propio ADN.
From which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Yo la neta sí me uno, ¿eh?
The whole Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes. By a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did
No.
this. For life.
Sí, que marca ahí que es.
For us. Why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how did it end up in the wreckage of a feral robot? Why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
I'm as confused as you are. Maybe the answers lie ahead.
¿Qué? ¿Dónde se fue? Aquí hay uno. Y a mí ninguno no. Ok, porque no están dando mucha salud, güey.
¿Y qué te preocupa eso?
Porque cuando dan mucha salud, güey, significa que vamos a pelear con alguien.
¿Y te da culo pelear con alguien?
No.
Entonces,
Aquí a la izquierda no hay nada. Que iba a saltar ahí, pero no.
Intruder! Get her!
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Bueno, entonces a estas.
medio güey, ¿verdad?
¿Qué iba a hacer, güey?
Así se juega.
¡Cálmate tú! Acuérdate de agarrar las cosas que agarré, güey. Los cuadritos. Ah, no, no, ya no. Yo los agarré yo.
Intruder! Get her!
Spotted.
Whatever you do, don't die now.
Vida, 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 vida.
Feel that tomorrow. Guide this through the heart. Only a little.
Me lo volteé para atrás. Ahí. Ah.
Stocking up. power's down.
Is there another route?
I've done this before. Just need my focus. Here we go. Another one of these. There's a part missing. Maybe there's
Hey,
a storage area nearby.
I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
No te dice dónde. Ok, izquierda arriba, abajo derecho.
Done. I should check the door nearby.
¿Dónde vas, güey? ¿Y ese no puedes meterlo?
No.
Dice uno atrás, güey.
Ok.
El uno ahí está atrás, pero no sé qué tienes que hacer en eso.
El uno va a hacer esto.
Ah, pero no tienes el...
No.
Pues yo ya lo podía meter, güey, pues ya te... ¿No te daba la opción? No, yo sí, por algo estaba ahí, ¿no? Es la escalera, güey.
Found one. Looks intact. Got too much already. That should do the trick. Now let's get that door open.
Está al revés. Mira dónde dice paro. Abajo izquierda arriba.
Oh,
Abajo izquierda arriba. Derecha arriba. ¿Está bien?
ahí está bien.
Esta es izquierda, güey. Y luego arriba. Y luego es derecha arriba. O es al revés. Empezar desde ahí. Entonces estaría bien.
That did it. Door should have power.
Now to see what lies beyond it.
Hay gente muerta. A tu derecha.
¿Cómo llegaron ahí si las puertas están cerradas?
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Matar a los eclipses, güey. Mátalos. Ahí tienes vida, Mátalo. Ahí. Ahí está el frente, güey. Ahí. Está el frente, está.
All right. Nope.
¿Cómo que no le diste? Ahí está.
That's the last of them.
Guerra. Vidaxa.
H1 structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
¿Qué pegas, güey?
You will not escape.
Vida, 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 vida.
You will perish.
está escuchando. Ahí está el arma, güey, búscala. Viva, 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 viva.
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Get
Córrele.
moving. You have to find Gaia.
I can't spare the weight.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. A waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots. And not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded in software. Virtual
Full already.
is made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulations, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the VM prize anytime soon. But hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get...
A la izquierda no había vida. Atrás, a la derecha.
Sí.
Alert. Structural failure prevents access.
A la derecha.
Creo que ahí es por donde entré, ¿no?
Sí. A la derecha tienes vida, güey. A la izquierda, ahí a la izquierda.
¿Dónde?
Ahí no, ahí derecho. A tu derecha.
No space.
Ahí, ese. Y atrás a la izquierda hay otro. Allá, por allá. Ahí está. Creo que no más.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
¿Ya lo activaste, no?
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
Estos que
So, like,
Estos
you
le dicen.
probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers.
Ah, porque
The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff.
¿No lo puedes cerrar? Entonces tienes que estar adentro.
I think this is it. Elizabeth
¿Este es el
Sobek's
que lo puedes
office.
cerrar?
But
Ponte la
it's
nomás a
sealed
lo
off.
correcto.
There's got to be a way inside.
Keep looking.
Por ahí. De ahí vienes.
More clips.
Careful now.
Entonces la entrada a la cosa esa, ¿dónde estaba? ¿A la oficina esa que estaba ahí? ¿O esa es la oficina de la Elizabeth?
Ya está en la puerta.
Entonces esta va a ser la oficina de la... Ya está... Sin mal. Izquierda toda la vuelta. ¿Acaso será este el fin del Hombre Araña?
Finally, so we can get out of this wretched place.
Hay escalerillas. ADN encapsulado. ADN encapsulado, güey. De ahí salió. Aloy. Creo que esto hacer algo en la puerta esa que había. No, en esa de ahí.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Elbaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is Therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transfer and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic phosphors. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts would be directed.
All of this lost.
Hay vida
The
en la
ancients'
esquina.
greatest gift to us.
Hay vida en la esquina de la izquierda.
Greatest? How
No,
about the
al
fact
frente.
we exist at all?
To abide in
Enfrente de la
ignorance is a
izquierda.
curse, Aloy. You of all people should know that.
Sacerdote sectario, qué pedo. Qué loco. A la izquierda hay uno, ¿no?
You can see them. They can't see you.
¿Dónde se fue? Por el instinto.
Got someone down over here.
Eso está ahí a la derecha. La derecha va a estar, güey, la derecha. ¿Dónde es? ¿Cuántos faltan? ¿O cuántos?
Sale el 3. Sí.
That's the last of them. Alone once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders.
Digo que queda uno.
No, que ya, ya son todos. Cositas y a la izquierda vidita. Hay algo a la izquierda, güey. Arriba. Arriba en la... No. Mira para enfrente. Ahí arriba. Marca una cosa cuadrada. No sé qué sea.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris.
Welcome to Hades.
Madre, no has
Zero Dawn's Extinction Failsafe Protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere?
Ya,
That's a
ahí
tall
entre los...
order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocating. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, Try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so does it want me extinct?
We need more data.
And how does it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh?
Hello.
Titan, getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god.
I'm learning as you are, Aloy.
Ya no hay
Keep
ninguno,
searching.
ya no aparece.
Welcome to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia 200 years from now, and this new biosphere you're growing, it's all gone wrong.
Looks like the only way onwards.
Sí.
Es lo que creo que es.
Como una... No sé, güey. ¿Qué piensas que es o qué?
Are these
Cámara ectogénica.
what I think they are?
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Antes no es lo que yo pensaba.
Eso es lo que yo sí pensaba.
Sí.
Que es como nació. ¡Ay! Es que así tuvo que ser, güey.
I'd have to leave something else behind.
Cuna sellada. Mira, este lo logramos.
Welcome to Eleuthia, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions. For it is by Eleuthia that the human race will continue to
Todo ese
exist.
complejo es Gaia, güey.
Sí, por eso ya.
I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be clear from the outset. Eleuthia is
Ni le tocó hablar, güey.
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
All Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Todavía no entras a la oficina, güey.
hold something.
Lots would benefit from antilope morphologies, though caprid forms show superior load-bearing capability.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet,
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good. You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit. There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you, but Mr. Farrow's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
Ese güey fue el que madre todo.
Odyssey ha fallado. Asuntos, Odyssey ha fallado. Doctora Elizabeth Sobek, para todos los alfas. A todos, me temo que tengo terribles noticias. Falseny informó que las misiones de Odyssey fracasó. Anoche la telemetría indicó un fallo catastrófico de contención de antimateria cuando los motores aceleraron para salir del sistema solar. La nave, la tripulación, el cargamento de cigotos y embriones y la versión alfa de Apolo se perdió todo. Ahora Zero Dawn es la última esperanza para la preservación de la especie humana y la vida en la Tierra. Debemos tener éxito de eso. Ok. Artemisa, estado de Artemisa. No está muy lejos. Doctor, no sé qué, George Ransom para Elizabeth Sobe. Estado de Artemisa. Está en marcha, Liz, estoy seguro. Si es que eso aún significa algo. Sucede la gota gorda negociando con Criosus para que nos den sus muestras, tantas especies atrapadas en sobrecogedores dioramas holográficos, sus envíos en una eterna incertidumbre. Más de 14.000 especies extinguidas entre el 2000 y 2043. Hemos empezado a trazar el mapa de la posesión primaria, seleccionando los organismos pioneros para una biosfera equilibrada o sostenible, microorganismos, insectos, conejos y halcones, zorros y lobos, y miles más que tendrán que esperar su turno hasta que se pueda confiar en la nueva generación para restaurarlos, para que puedan regresar a un mundo que por fin entienda el concepto de la conservación antes de que sea tarde. Ya se nos ha hecho tarde demasiadas veces. Perdimos un equipo entero de recolección durante la irrupción del enjambre en Myanmar. Las muestras que perdimos son irreemplazables, pero gracias a ti el ciclo de la vida se curvará sin romperse. La Tierra fue una roca sin vida en algún momento y volverá a hacerlo, pero no ahora, no así, no por nuestra culpa.
No, yo creo que sí. Se hace que sí fue por su culpa, la neta.
I'd have to ditch something. The Alpha Registry master file.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
With this, I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Baby who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine.
Mugre vato.
But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Para salvar el mundo.
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
Ese es el...
Oh, ese hijo de puta.
Ve ese, ¿qué es eso, güey? ¿Qué es eso? Maldito sea.
Puta.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
pedo?
Prophetic certainty that I was destined for glory as a great champion of the sun.
Discover the truth.
When Meridian fell, I never doubted my destiny. Until you came along. When I heard that you had survived, a doubt took root in my mind. As sure as the sun rises and falls each day, those I am bade to kill die. And yet I fail. How? Why? With each dig site you attacked, each loyal soldier you killed, this pestering doubt grew. I kept thinking of the moment my knife pierced your throat.
¿Qué cosa?
One twist,
No.
a simple tug of the blade, and you would have bled out. In slaughter, I am a practiced hand. So why hesitate? Why fail my destined purpose?
See that scar on your cheek? You didn't get to finish.
Yes, I remember. He fought well. For a savage.
His name was Rost, and he was a better man than you could ever hope to be.
The better man is the one who doesn't end up with his guts steaming on the ground. No, it wasn't him. I could have finished you before he attacked. But I didn't. This failing troubled my thoughts. Haunted every step. It was only when I captured you, down in that place,
Digo, es Ellis.
that I finally glimpsed the sun's design etched at length across the course of events. You were meant to survive that day on the mountain. Meant to interfere at dig sites and kill my men. Conversely, I was meant to capture you. Here. So that you might die as a sacrificial offering to the sun. Everything as it was meant to be. Predestined and preordained.
Balas.
Es un tonto.
Spare me the religious justifications. You can dress up your cruelty in holy clothes and words if you want. But under it all, you're just a murderer.
An odd slight coming from you. You've become quite a murderer yourself, child.
A killer of killers, not a murderer. But I wouldn't expect you to know the difference. Hades is an ancient machine, not the buried shadow of Karja myth. It doesn't care about Meridian. It wants to kill everything and everyone. And you are its dutiful slave.
I serve not the buried shadow, but the sun in shadow. All halves of nature joined to one cause. Shadow to sun, dark to light.
Do you really not hear how ridiculous that sounds? You've gone from serving an insane homicidal Sun King to an insane homicidal machine. You're moving down in the world, not up.
I'll remember those words as I watch your corpse burn. Whatever's left of it. You failed.